Hello, family. This is your African diaspora teacher coming to you far and near. Today's episode is about a TV series that is really bugging my mind. The psychology that is cooked into it, the demeaning spirit that it's images that it's portraying, and it's tickling us. We're laughing, but it's sending so many messages into our mind, and we are processing it. This is the new Tarzan movie, the TV series. It's what is it called? 90 Days Fiancee, where you have this ugly white looking woman, very fat like a hog, with a Nigerian wannabe husband. So before we continue, let's see what we could do on a guitar here. People are asking about song. Mystic morning, mystic morning, oh, come into my life, oh, come into my life. Mystic morning, mystic morning, oh, come into my life. Oh, come into our life. Oh, mystic morning, come away. Mystifying, baby, baby, 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 come away. So we're going to be talking about 90 Days Fiancé, the 21st century Tarzan. Okay, what 90 Days Fiancé is doing that Tarzan didn't do, or what the similarity between Tarzan movie of the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 90 Days movie. Okay, 90 Days Fiancé. 90 Day Fiancé is creating some negative images into our brains. We found it very funny, but what it's doing is creating a negative image across the globe about black male Africans. Today, most black people in America are refusing demeaning roles. Okay, demeaning roles. They are stepping up to the plate and saying, no, this role, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do this role. So now these Jewish people who control the Hollywood and are experts. They are good at demeaning the African image. They are very good. We got to call these people by name. Call people by their name. Okay, they were the ones who used Tarzan in over there, here in America, Puerto Rico. It was funny then when Tarzan, in Tarzan movie, tribal black people, primitive black people will put a white person lost in the jungle in a big old pot, and put a fire under it, as if they're about to cook him to eat. It was funny then, but what was it? The message that it was sending in 1950s and the 60s was Africans were cannibals. How could we have so much fruit, so much animals around us to hunt, so much fruits? We don't have to even plant them. Then we would take the hardest road to cook a white person to eat. This is the image Hollywood controlled by Jewish people. Okay, Jewish directors. We got to call them by their name. Did to us, and that is the reason why our brothers in America refuse to come to Africa. Because the images that they see in the movie, it was funny back then. It was funny back then, trying to cook a white person to eat as a dinner by so-called tribal, primitive African people with bones in their nose. Acted in Puerto Rico, right here, a territory of America. Okay? So, 90 Days Fiancee is nothing more than it's the same as Tarzan of the 21st century. Clueless African who is hung up on a ugly white woman for green card. Okay, that is the image it's sending. A trifling black man who upon all the beautiful black women around him will jump over them for an ugly looking, pale looking, piggish, pinkish Caucasian woman, because she has some money, some paper money, and she is running the show, talking about how she made an African man, go down on her. You all know what we're talking about. I'll try to make this thing PG as possible. How she could put a golden shower on him. These things sound like funny. They're funny. But why can't we have an African woman in the same movie with a Jewish guy, Caucasian man, when the African woman is saying, I made him go down on me. I trained him to go down on me. Why can a black woman be in that position to say that to a Caucasian? But no. We all know Caucasians can do nothing with women. It's no secret. But they represent themselves as men on this planet, even though they are not men to a lot of women, including their own women. They are not. But they position themselves as the men. Okay? And then take those who represent themselves, who God has made to be men, and try to reduce them to be pussy. This is Hollywood, controlled by a group of people that call themselves Jews. Okay, this is not racism. This is about people who are hell-bent to destroy the African image, especially the black male image, the African male image, through all kinds of trickery, technology, movie technology. You see, 90-Day Fiancee is the new Tarzan. It makes you laugh. It tickles you. Then when you wake up, when you see a black man in a shop, in a supermarket, in a mall, and he probably African, want to proposition you, the first thing that runs through your mind is he's looking for papers. You see, he's looking for papers. He's looking for green card. He's looking for papers. He's looking for green card. 90 days fiancé. 90-day fiancé is nothing to be wasting our times on. 90-day fiancé is a new Tarzan. Is creating negative image, is living in negative image in the minds of so many people. Oh, it's funny. Yes, it's funny. It was funny then when so-called tribal African men, primitive men in Tarzan movie will catch a white man and put him in a big old pot and be dancing around him with fire under the pot. It was funny. But what it was telling us back then is we were cannibal among all the bountiful we had in Africa. We were cannibals. The same thing they're doing today. It's funny. Oh, you laugh your heart off when the African man is buffooning around. Who asked him to do all those things? Somebody wrote it. That is somebody's imagination of us, wrote on a script and said, do it like this, do it like that, do it like this. No different from when David Chappelle was asked to put on a dress and he said, no, I'm not going to put a dress. And he walked away from the script, walked away from the scene and went to South Africa. No, I'm not putting on a dress. You see, that means somebody is thinking of you less to put a dress on you as a man. For what reason? For power. To putting a dress on you is making you look more not a man to other young people that are coming, so they cannot fight. Our resources is being pulled out. The last time I checked, there's no mine, there's no gold mine, there is no diamond mine in the Middle East or in Israel. But the people who control most of our mines are Jews, either from South Africa or straight out from Israel or from Amsterdam. You see, so when they started showing your male images in a movie, your role models in a dress, what they're trying to tell you is it's all right to put on a dress and put on some lipstick and put on some high heel. Be so feminine that you can fight. You can protect your mind. You don't have to think about protecting your mind. And when Africans shut up about what you're doing, Europeans will tell you what you're doing is right. So you feel comfortable with those who are telling you what you're doing is right, that you don't want to fight against them. You would not like to fight against them, because if it boils down to, taking the minds from them, you will be on their side, because you are in a dress, a high heel, lipstick. And Africans are saying, no, the way you dress is not good. The way you are carrying yourself around here, around children, we don't have that in our culture. So don't do it. But you feel like, yeah, I have my human rights. I have to do it. And guess who will come to your aid? The very people who are stealing our minds, who are stealing, are not paying taxes in a corporate entities that they have in our countries, who are running amok with our economy, who are determining what our economy is supposed to be like. Those are the people who come to your aid and say it's all right to hold a parade and wear high heels. So you can fight for the Africa that are more manly, ready to take their minds back, ready to take their own destiny into their own hands. You will be fighting with the people who are telling you it's all right to hold a parade. It's all right to wear high heels and a pink dress and a lipstick as a man. Okay, so all these movies are nothing but to put us in a bad image for our own people to start seeing ourselves in a very demeaning way. A 90-Day Fiancé is nothing than a modern day Tarzan movie. 90-Day Fiancé movie is nothing than a modern Tarzan movie. If it's all right to laugh at tribesmen, so-called tribesmen, trying to cook a white man, then it's funny today when this man is acting a fool on a scene with a woman 4 times his size and acting as if she got some say over African women. And white women know they have no say in Africa unless black women have changed their position on that. But this woman is on this movie calling all kind of shots, talking all loose talk, carrying herself like she's something. The ugliest of all. And you Africans are taking, having this. Africans are comfortable to have this instead of calling the studio and calling the is it TLC or Lifetime Television and curse the hell out of them and tell them to put this nasty looking, but oh, you'll love it because there's a way they can get into your sensibility, makes it look like it's funny, but it's all insult written all over it. Insult of your men, insult of your sons, insult of your husband, insult of your fathers. 90-Day Fiancé ain't nothing. 90-Day Fiancé movie, the TV series, is a modern day Tarzan. But